You know the look you get from your neighbor? The one that says,
"Buddy, I know you're 40, but what kind of midlife crisis toy is that?"
yeah, I get that look. And it was pure jealousy because the minute I pulled the trigger on this thing, his riding lawnmower suddenly felt inadequate. Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's just Doug today. Niki's on a spot trip, which means I can actually talk about things that go fast without asking if it comes in forest green. Today, we're strapped into the JIUSI 114th brushless RC drop. And trust me, you're just gonna want this piece. This is the kind of toy that demands respect. This isn't a kid's grade car. This is hobby grade performance built for you, the adult man who remembers what real fun feels like. Let's talk specs because this is where the JIUSI earns its stripes. Scale, it's a 1/4 scale monster truck, so it's big enough to clear your yard, but small enough to chuck in the trunk. Power, it runs on a brushless motor system. That means efficiency, durability, and most importantly, brutal acceleration. The Go Juice, it's powered by a 3S LiPo battery. That's the magic sauce that lets this little truck hit a clean max 50 miles per hour right out of the box. 50, that is faster than some actual cars I owned in my 20s. Drive, it has a high-speed 4x4 off-road platform. You get metal differentials, a robust suspension, and high-grip tires that chew up gravel grass and your neighbor's pristine flower bed. Don't worry, Nikki didn't hear that. Convenience, JIUSI even includes a 25-watt fast charger in the box because nobody wants to sit around for 5 hours when the sun's out watching a battery truck. Durability, and all the grown men who still drive like maniacs, it's got waterproof electronics. Puddles, mud, spilled beer, send it. Now I took this thing out, hit a massive jump, and I can confirm two things. My landing skills are still fairly terrible, and the JIUSI is a ridiculously tough truck. It took the abuse like a champ, and then it got up and asked for more. So I'm going to talk to you about my overall review, but first I need you to smash that hype button. It is so important to YouTube now, and I know we've brought some value to you and you want to support the channel, so please smash that hype button. Look, we reviewed all the specs, you know all the details about this truck, but why don't we go talk to you at the test facility and see if the experience lived up to all the amazing specs. Hi, welcome to test day, and I have just got done thrashing this as hard as I could, trying to break it, and my number one thing is I have failed. And seeing as I have failed, I'm going to ask you to help me out. Smash that hype button down below. So important on YouTube now. I've left it running for two reasons. Number one, I wanted you to see just how bright these LEDs are. They are super cool. And the other thing I wanted you to hear is, can you hear this fan? That's how heavy duty this thing is. I mean, this thing is like humming, this fan. Definitely ready to do some serious hard work, and I have tested it today. So now I have one little complaint on this, and then I will get to all the good stuff. Here's my complaint. I think it's just an age of the company. JIUSI, as far as I could tell, is brand new, and they've put some really A-game to it for their first shot out that I've seen. But there's some small design flaws, like the fact that in order for me to turn this thing off so we don't have to listen to this fan, you really have to remove all the bodywork, which, as you can see, I now have one pin in my hand, the other one is gone in the dirt because they aren't retained. That's something that I would hope in the future they would add. The second thing is the power switch is all the way up and inside there and very hard to get to without taking the bodywork off and that stuff. And I find the more mature designs, they've figured out a way to locate that switch somewhere where you can kind of like stick your finger in, get to it, and turn it on and off. So if that is my biggest complaint, you might as well click the buy it now button because this thing is ridiculous for what it costs. And this is an absolute accident that it matches my costume today. What do you think about that? Absolute accident. But in any case, this thing, the bang for the buck here is insane. It is so fast, so sophisticated. The suspension is great on it. I found the power balance great. These tires put the power down reasonably well. And actually, I think I might have mentioned it in the unboxing, which will be at the end of the video. I was sure I was going to knock all this plastic crap off, and I have had some horrendous crashes with this thing, and I have knocked nothing off. Even the side mirrors are still, no, I lost one side mirror. The other side mirror is still on in there. Anytime they stick those hard plastic things on one of these things, they tend to get smashed off. They look nice, it looks cool for a moment, but I don't want it to look cool, I want it to bash like mad. So I just wanted to video a little bit and point out how many screws are in this body to mount up all of these cool little accessories on the top. But there's a lot of hardware if you were to want to change this out or something. This is not a problem or anything like that, just a little entertaining feature. and it absolutely bashed like mad. The speed's ridiculous. The suspension's good. The radio is just a generic kind of Dumbo radio, but worked perfectly for this. I honestly am stunned at how good this brand new brand to me, maybe they've existed before, I don't know, I'm not sure, seems like new products to me, and I feel like they've knocked this one out of the park. This thing is absolutely ridiculous for both an RTR, somebody ready to have a really fast, smaller scale RC truck, or if you are a hobbyist and you want to be able to tweak it and upgrade it, all the stuff's here so you could do that. So this is absolutely great. And additionally, I went through, the manual is great for it, and it has a full blow up with every single part listed with part numbers. I can't speak necessarily to the availability of those parts, but it's not going to be like one of those RCs where it's a mystery trying to figure out what the part and the part number is in addition to try to find the supply. So in any case, you can't possibly go wrong with this. You should definitely get this for yourself. There's a link here on the screen or down in the description. Both work the exact same way. Neither one costs you anything extra to use. While we're doing things, please like, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions about this, put it in the comments. I'm happy to try to answer them for you. If you have something else you want to see me test or review or do, let me know. Put that in the comments as well. In any case, this is absolutely a 5 out of 5. You cannot go wrong with this. This thing is ridiculous for what it is. I hope this was helpful. See you in the next video. All right, welcome to the past. I am sitting here, it is too beautiful out, so I thought I'd sit by the pool and do this unboxing. You have seen the review, you've seen all the fun, you've seen me either try to break it or actually break it, and you're still here, so it must have been pretty good. Let's open it up and see what it's like. This is a completely new brand to me. It's JIUSI Race or JSIRobot.com. But let's open it up, check it out. So this is a 1/14 scale, which is a popular sizing nowadays, right? 4x4 pickup truck, 80km/h speed, which would be pretty darn fast. Let's see what we got here. All right, so in here we got some spares. You got a charger. This is a nice charger, 20-watt charger. And you also have a set of roll bars and stickers for the bodywork. Oh, this is cool looking. I'm gonna make you wait a minute to see this, but this is a really sharp looking truck. Okay, look, comes with a whole pile of spares. We've got suspension pins, we've got uprights, we've got steering links. This is like all the mounts for the rear suspension. This is a nice selection of spares here. Let's check out the remote first, and then we'll dig out the truck. Ooh, this is a spiffy looking thing. Look, it even has a brake rotor in the steering wheel. Now, I will say one little minor complaint that I always make. I like the foams on here. I really do prefer it. I can't imagine it makes a big difference in the cost to manufacture. It has all the standard trim adjustments, the steering, the throttle trim, all those kind of things. It is very comfortable in your hand. I mean, and it has this cool like faux carbon fiber finish, which is really neat. I just kind of wish it had the foam on it, just because I'm a fan of that. But that's my own personal preference. Obviously, people must like it like this, otherwise they wouldn't make it that way. All right, let's get down here, check out this battery. It's a nice battery in here, I will say. 2200 3S LiPo battery. It's not really like a hard shell. It's got kind of like a shrink wrap wrapping on it. Very nice and solid though. This is a nice battery. That's cool. You must already know, but I am relatively sure that I am going to break some parts on this because this, my friends, is like too ornate for Douglas. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. Oh, I didn't expect that. Hold on. Let's do the drop test first. Ready? Here we go. That is sweet. Not only is it sweet because it was so cool, look how supple that suspension is. This thing's heavy. It's got an actual aluminum chassis. This thing's solid. It has a battery in it. This thing is a solid, heavy piece of equipment. So here's my only one thing that I'm telling you. I mean, if you're into this kind of stuff, look, you got gas cans, fire extinguishers, all that kind of stuff, an extra toolbox in the back, and this roof rack here, which does have a nice set of LED lights on it. But my personal experience is these kind of like hard plastic things that they add on these things, gone the first time I crash them, because I do all kinds of hellacious, crazy things with these things, and so I break them. Not the end of the world, but just if you're gonna be rough on it like I tend to be, yeah, not so sure about it. So I don't know, do you think we should put the roll bar on it or run it without it? I can't, 3S, this thing's gonna cook. I really feel like, oh, look at this setup in here. This is nice. So let me just take this in for a moment. You can see on the front there, we got LEDs. Look at how much ground clearance that has. That's pretty mega. Check out the suspension. We already talked about it. These are really nice functioning shocks. Definitely oil-filled shocks. Got a decent sized steering servo. This looks like a waterproof box for the radio. This is speed controller with a fan on it, and look at this cool blue anodized fins on the motor. Looks like a really nice solid piece, and you can see it actually has an anodized aluminum block to mount the motor on that slides, so you can change that pinion gear, get yourself some more speed if you want that. I also see it has some, you see this cross bracing and reinforcing on the rear bumper. I think that's a nice thing. It is not rock solid. There's still some play there, so it's not going to crack and break, I don't think, but it is not wimpy flexible either. Actually a really nice balance. You can see how high up on the sides the chassis / tub runs, so you won't get so much dirt on the inside. And I love this. Check out the bottom of this thing. It has the mechanicals of this thing etched into the floor. That is really cool looking. This is really way beyond what I expected for the first time seeing this company. So I'm assuming if you're still here, you're gonna get one, you're gonna use those links. I do say thank you, it helps out the channel. If you're not gonna buy it, why are you still here watching this? This has been a pretty long video. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. We'll see you in the next video.